Twisted paths that life does make, miles of rust where dreams corrode, but they still lead us down the road. Weather lines that show the wear, but every scar means we're still here. Old and broken, but we stride on iron roads that never died. Iron roads that carry me through the storm and misery. No matter how the wind may blow, on iron roads we always go. Dusty signs, they point the way through nights as dark as deepest gray, but morning light will always show a new horizon down that road. Echoes from the tracks we lay whisper truths of yesterday. Each step we take, no matter how slow, moves us forward down that road. For where we've been, these iron roads, they keep us in. They bend and twist, they sometimes fold, but still we walk on iron roads. Iron roads that carry me through the storm and misery. No matter how the wind may blow, on iron roads we always go. Through the years the wheels don't cry, but we press on, leave doubt behind. With every mile our story's told, on iron roads we turn to gold. The nights are cold, and all we have are tales of old. We find the strength to carry loads, walking down those iron roads. Iron roads, they carry me through the storm and misery. No matter how the wind may blow, on iron roads we always go. So when you find your journey long, and every step feels wrong, just keep walking, stay true and bold. The iron roads will see you home. Dusty road, carrying weight, oh heavy load. Every scar tells a tale of blues, of hard times lived in these worn out shoes. Step by step through the cold night rain, with every mile I felt the pain. But I keep walking, cause that's my fate. These worn out shoes, then these worn out shoes. Worn out shoes, they've seen it all, from the rise to the hardest fall. But they keep me moving through the blues in these old worn out shoes. Cracked leather, frayed at the seam, they've chased down every broken dream. Through the mud and through the tears, worn out shoes have faced my fears. Every road I've walked it slow, through the highs and the deep below. But these souls, they never lose the strength found in his worn out shoes. Take it slow now. They've danced in joy, they've dragged through grief. These worn out shoes, they find relief in every scar, in every bruise. They tell the story of my worn out shoes. Worn out shoes, they've seen it all, from the rise to the hardest fall. But they keep me moving through the blues in these old worn out shoes. Through the storm and through the fire, they've carried me with burning desire. No matter what I cruise, I keep walking in my worn out shoes. So when the road is long and steep, and every promise is hard to keep, I just hold on to what I choose. These worn out shoes, they got my moves. Worn out shoes, they've seen it all, I've got a steel heart forged in the fire. Life's been cruel, took me through the wire. But in the shadows where the pain resides, I find the silver lining where hope hides. Steel heart, but I keep on shining. Through the darkness, always finding silver lining in the stormy skies. Even with tears, I keep my eyes on the prize. Every scar's a story etched in my soul. Taught me how to survive, made me whole. But beneath the armor, there's a light that glows, a silver lining that only I know. Steel heart, but I keep on shining. Through the darkness, always finding silver lining in the stormy skies. Even with tears, I keep my eyes on the prize. In the coldest nights when I feel alone, I remember the beauty in the unknown. Still heart strong, but tender inside, finding hope in the dark where dreams collide. Silver lining, I won't let go. Through the pain, I let my spirit show. Time's been kind, but it's left its mark. Old memories linger like whispers in the dark. These rusty strings, they still sing the tune of days gone by under a silver moon. Rusty strings, but the melody's true. Every note's a memory of me and you. Though the shine is gone and the years have flown, the music still plays in a heart that's grown. Each chord I play brings back the years of laughter, love, and a few old tears. These strings may be worn, but they still bring the sweetest sound of everything. Rusty strings, but the melody's true. Every note's a memory of me and you. Though the shine is gone and the years have flown, the music still plays in a heart that's grown. In the quiet nights, I hear the past. In every strum, those moments last. Rusty strings sing of the time gone by, but the beauty remains in each lullaby. Rusty strings, still they play so fine. Echoes of the past in every line. light. In the urban grind, you learn to live at night. Urban grind, where the streets don't sleep. Gotta move fast, gotta dig deep. The rhythm of the city keeps you in line. In the urban grind, you can't fall behind. Skyscrapers loom, shadows tall and mean. Concrete jungle where the hustle's keen. But there's a rhythm in the subway's roar. In an urban grind, you're always wanting more. Urban grind, where the streets don't sleep. Gotta move fast, gotta dig deep. The rhythm of the city keeps you in line. In the urban grind, you can't fall behind. Skyscrapers loom, shadows tall and mean. Concrete jungle where the hustle's keen. But there's a rhythm in the subway's roar. In the urban grind, you're always wanting more. Urban grind, where the streets don't sleep. Gotta move fast, gotta dig deep. The rhythm of the city keeps you in line. In the urban grind, you can't fall behind. Late night diners, coffee black as coal. Keeps you going, keeps you whole. In the urban grind, you find your beat. In every corner, on every street. Urban grind, where the strong survive. In the pulse of the city, you stay alive.
Every day's a battle in the rush and rust, but there's a spark inside shining through the dust. In the noise and the grind, I find my way, looking for the light in the shadows of the day. When the weight feels heavy and the road gets rough, I remind myself I'm more than enough. Gonna rise above, let the darkness fade. There's a light in me that won't be swayed. Shine through the dust, let your spirit rise. In the chaos of life, see the world through new eyes. Every star, every tear is part of the climb. Shine through the dust, it's your moment to shine. The weight of the world can pull you down, but in the darkest hour you wear your crown. Every fall, every rise is a step to grace. In the mirror of the dust I see a brighter face. When the night feels long and the road is tough, I remind myself I'm strong enough. Gonna rise above, let the shadows fade. There's a light in me that can't be swayed. Shine through the dust, let your spirit rise. In the chaos of life, see the world through new eyes. Every star, every tear is part of the climb. Shine through the dust, it's your moment to shine. In the cracks of the pavement, flowers bloom. In the heart of the storm, there's always room for hope to grow, for dreams to trust. In the light that shines through the dust. Shine through the dust, let your heart be free. In the chaos of life, find your melody.
of battles long won, reminders of the nights I faced the setting sun. But through the pain and every tear I've cried, I found the strength to stand with hope as my guide. The past may haunt, but it doesn't hold me down. I've turned those wounds into a shining crown. Gonna reach for the light beyond the dark, where old scars fade and new stars spark. Old scars, but I'm chasing new stars. Through the darkness I've come so far. Every hurt, every fall made me who I am. Old scars, new stars, I'll rise again. The road was rough, but I learned to mend. Each scar a chapter, but not the end. For in the night sky where the stars align, I see my future, and it's brightly defined. The past may linger, but it doesn't own my heart. I found my way, made a brand new start. Gonna reach for the dreams that once seemed far, where old scars heal under new stars. Old scars, but I'm chasing new stars. Through the darkness I've come so far. Every hurt, every fall made me who I am. Old scars, new stars, I'll rise again. In the quiet moments when doubt creeps in, I look up to the sky and I feel the wind whispering softly that I'm not alone. Our old scars may remain, but the new stars have grown. In the quiet moments when doubt creeps in, I look up to the sky and I feel the wind whispering softly that I'm not alone. Old stars may remain, but new stars have grown. Quiet moments when doubt creeps in, I look up to the sky and I feel the wind whispering softly that I'm not alone. Old scars may remain, but new stars have grown.
I've walked through fire, I've danced with the pain. Every scar I've earned is a victory in my name. In the face of doubt, I've stood my ground, with grit in my soul and glory all around. When the world says no, I push right back. There's no turning around, I'm staying on track. Gonna rise above with the fire in my veins. In the battle of life, I'm breaking the chains, creating glory. It's the story of me. Through the storms I faced, I found the key. Every fight, every fall made me who I am. Creating glory, now I stand. Grit and glory is the story of me. Through the storms I faced, I found the key. I never quit. In the darkest nights, I refuse to sit. With every stumble, I got back up. Grit in my heart, in glory in my cup. When the weight feels heavy, I hold my ground. There's no backing down, no turning on track. Gonna rise above with the strength I've gained. In the fight of my life, I've broken the chains. Grit and glory, it's the story of me. Through the storms I faced, I found the key. Every fight, every fall made me who I am. Grit and glory, now I stand. In the face of fear, I found my might. In the darkest hours, I've seen the light. With every struggle, I grow so strong. Grit and glory, it's where I belong. Grit and glory, I've earned my place. With every step, I've won the race.
Neon lights flicker on these brown cold streets, in the steel and glass where the silence meets. But in this digital age, where do we belong? Lost in the hum of a city's cold song. But in the shadows, there's a flicker of life, a warmth that cuts through the urban strife. We find our way through the metal and wire, chasing the spark of a human fire. Chrome City blues, where the heart meets steel. In a world so cold, can we still feel? Amid the screams and the endless queues, we find our way through the Chrome City blues. Fluidity hums with a digital soul, but in the rush and the grind, we play our role. In the glow of the screen, we search for more. A touch, a voice that we can't ignore. In the maze of metal, we carve our place. A warmth that shines in this cold, hard space. We find our rhythm in the city's beat, a pulse that drives us through the concrete. Chrome City blues, where the heart meets steel. In a world so cold, can we still feel? Amid the screams and the endless queues, we find our way through the Chrome City blues. Chrome City blues, where the heart meets steel. In a world so cold, can we still feel? Amid the screams and the endless queues, we find our way through the Chrome City blues. In the click of keys, in the hum of neon, we search for connection to keep holding on. In the Chrome City, we make our stand, finding the warmth in a cold metal land. Chrome City blues, where the wires entwine, we find our way through the steel and shine. Time's a thief, it moves so slow, turns the brightest steel to a rusted glow. In the cracks and the creaks, we hear the sound of a life once strong, now breaking down. But in the fading light, there's a quiet grace. In the rust, we find our place. It tells a story of the years we've lost, of battles fought, and the heavy cost. Fade to rust, but don't fade away. In the quiet decay, there's more to say. Every scar, every mark tells of who we've been. Fade to rust, but let the strength within. Fade to rust, but don't fade away. In the quiet decay, there's more to say. Every scar, every mark tells of who we've been. Fade to rust, but let the strength within. The hands of time, they can't be stopped, turning gold to dust, steel to rust. But in the wear, there's something true, a beauty that's old, yet always new. In the crumbling edges, we find our core. In the fading rust, there's something more. Shows the life we've lived, the paths we've crossed. In the rust, we find what was never lost. Fade to rust, but don't fade away. In the quiet decay, there's more to say. Every scar, every mark tells of who we've been. Fade to rust, but let the strength within. In the rust, there's a glow that never dies, a light that shines in the weathered skies. Though time may wear, it also heals. In the rust, we find what's real. Fade to rust, but still we stand. In the quiet decay, we find our land. Every mark, every line, a testament true. Fade to rust, but we shine through.
Life's been a furnace, burning hot and wild. Took a fragile heart and made it strong, not mild. Every flame, every trial left its mark on me. But now I'm standing tall like polished steel, you see. In the heat of the fire, I found my way. The hammer of life, it had its say. But through the pounding and the pain I feel, I've become something more, something like polished steel. Polished steel, watching the fires glow. Through the trials of life, I've come to know. Every scar, every burn made me strong and real. Now I shine, I'm polished steel. The weight of the world tried to break me down, but I took every hit, turned it around. Now I'm gleaming bright, no more hiding away. Polished steel, stronger every day. In the forge of time, I found my grace, shining bright in this endless race. Through the grind and the pain, I've sealed the deal. I've emerged as something pure like polished steel.
shining bright in this endless race. Through the grind and the pain, I've sealed the deal. I've emerged as something pure like polished steel. Polished steel, watching the fires glow. Through the trials of life, I've come to know every scar, every burn made me strong and real. Now I shine, I'm polished steel. Forged in the fire, and stronger still. The weight of the world tried to break me down, but I took every hit, turned it around. Every scar, every burn made me strong and real. Now I shine, I'm polished steel, forged in the fire and stronger still. Dreams get lost in the shadows of the towers. You pay the cost. The streets are cold and the nights are long. In the heart of the city, you got to be strong. But in the cracks, there's a life that grows. Through the hard gray stone, a flower shows. In the grind of the city, we find our way. Through the concrete blues, we survive each day. Concrete blues in a world so tough, where the roads are hard and the living's rough. But through the gray, there's a fire that's true. We find our strength in the concrete blues. Concrete blues in a world so tough, where the roads are hard and the living's rough. But through the gray, there's a fire that's true. We find our strength in the concrete blues. With the cold steel heart in the maze of the streets, we play our part. But beneath the surface, where the shadows creep, there's a warmth that rises from the city's deep. In the cracks of the pavement, we find our light. Through the concrete cold, we fight the night. In the heart of the storm, we find our groove. Through the concrete blues, we learn to move. Concrete blues in a world so tough, where the roads are hard and the living's rough. But through the gray, there's a fire that's true. We find our strength in the concrete blues. In the city's grind, we forge our soul. Through the pressure and the weight, we become whole. The concrete may be cold, but we break through. In the heart of the city, we find what's true. So tall in the shadow of the towers, we won't fall. Through the gray and the steel, we find our hues. Living strong with the concrete blues. Through the pressure and the weight, we become whole. The concrete may be cold, but we break through. In the heart of the city, we find what's true. In the city's grind, we find our true, where we find what's true. Yesterday's pain, bound by the rusted chains, cold as rain. But I've been forging fire in the dark of night, breaking free from the past, stepping into the light. Those chains once held me, kept me in place, but now they crumble, I'm leaving no trace. Gonna rise above, shake off the dust, leave behind those chains, let them turn to rust. Rusted chains are falling away, breaking free, I'm finding my way. No more holding back, no more restraint. Rusted chains, I'm free from the taints. The echoes of the past tried to keep me down, but I found my voice, no longer bound. In the mirror of time, I see who I am. No more rusted chains, I'm making my stand. Those chains once held me, kept me in place, but now they crumble, I'm leaving no trace. Gonna rise above, shake off the dust, leave behind those chains, let them turn to rust. Rusted chains are falling away, breaking free, I'm finding my way. No more holding back, no more restraint. Rusted chains, I'm free from the taints. In the fire of my heart, I found a key, melting down the chains that imprison me. With every step, I feel the weight lift, leave behind those chains, let them turn to rust. Rusted chains, they're falling away, breaking free, I'm finding my way. No more holding back, no more restraint. Rusted chains, I'm free from the taint. Found the key, melting down the chains that imprison me. With every step, I feel the weight lift. Rusted chains, they're a memory that drifts. Rusted chains, now they're just dust. I'm moving on with strength and trust. No more holding back, no more restraint. Rusted chains, I'm free, no longer faint. This road through fire and stone, carved by the trials, shaped by the unknown. But here I stand on the edge of the light, in the quiet of the night. It's the last refinement time. The rough edges fade, but the heart remains. In the light of truth, I break the chains. Every lesson learned, every battle fought, leads to this moment where I'll find what I sought. The last refinement, where the soul is bare. In the forge of time, my spirit's prepared. Smoothing the edges, but keeping the steel. The last refinement, where I find what's real. The weight of the past I've carried so long, but it's shaped my heart, made it strong. Now as I stand in the final light, I see the journey, and it feels so right. The rough edges fade, but the core holds true. In the fire of life, I'm born anew. Every tear, every scar has made me whole. In the last refinement, I found my soul. The last refinement, where the soul is bare. In the forge of time, my spirit's prepared. Smoothing the edges, but keeping the steel. The last refinement, where I find what's real. In the quiet, I find my peace. Letting go, I find release. The final touch, the softest hand. In the last refinement, I understand. In the quiet, I find my peace. Letting go, I find release. The final touch, the softest hand. In the last refinement, I understand. The last refinement, where I stand alone. In the fire's glow, I found my home. Smoothing the edges, but keeping the steel. The last refinement, where I find what's real.
Shiny towers reaching high, polished to the bone. A city made of dreams, but it's built on shattered chrome. Success gleams bright like a perfect fake lie, but underneath the surface you can hear the silent cry. In the cracks you'll find the truth, hidden in the glare. The weight of all that glitters too heavy to bear. When the surface breaks and the mask falls down, shattered chrome beneath where the lost are found. Shattered chrome where the truth is laid bare. The shine fades away, leaving just the wealth. Behind the wealth, behind the throne, we're all just broken pieces of shattered chrome. Chrome, where the truth is laid bare. The shine fades away, leaving just the web. Behind the wealth, behind the throne, we're all just broken pieces of shattered chrome. The gold, the silver gleam, but the price is steep. In the heart of the machine, there's a darkness deep. The facade can't hold when the pressure's on. Shattered chrome beneath when the shine is gone. In the shadows there's a story, etched in every line of a life built on a fragile, fleeting shine. When the mirror cracks and the truth is shown, shattered chrome reveals the soul's cold stone. Shattered chrome where the truth is laid bare. The shine fades away, leaving just the wealth. Behind the wealth, behind the throne, we're all just broken pieces of shattered chrome. In the glittering lights, we lose our way, but in the broken shards, we find the day. The truth's not in the shine, but in the dust. Shattered chrome reminds us all to trust. Shattered chrome where the falsehoods die. In the wreck wreckage we find what we can't deny. Behind the shine